As you know, for years I've been involved in the American Red Cross, so I've seen firsthand the impact of climate change. More and more disasters, more and more severe, it's undeniable. I had left Omnicom and everything is on great terms, but literally 2 weeks into my hiatus, the phone rang, and it was Stephen Woodford from the Ad Association, but he has propped up AdNet Zero. And he called me up, he said, look, we're up and running in the UK, but we're on a mission. We need to launch in the US. It's going to be a tremendous amount of work, a lot of long hours, a lot of herding the cats. We're on a mission, but we need somebody to jump in. And I said, I'm in, 110%. This is exactly what I want to do. And we're preparing to launch AdNet Zero here in the United States in just a few days, and we're really excited, and we've got a lot of momentum.
So what is the involvement of the partners? What do you expect from the partners? And what do you hope to achieve through this initiative within the next 12 months?
It's a great question. In one sense, really the advertising industry doesn't need another association. In another sense, we absolutely need a new association like AdNet Zero. We only exist because of the support and the buy-in from the ANA, the 4As, and the IAB. First and foremost, okay? Our mission is to unify the advertising industry and all the various apertures, the whole ecosystem around a set of standards and best practices so that we can really drive behavior change and action towards net zero carbon reduction. That is our mission. And it requires, it's a we thing, not a me thing, not an either or thing, it's a we thing, it's an and thing. In order for us to make the progress we need, we must come together. Our mission is to bring everybody together and make action happen. So our whole mission is best broken down into 5 segments. Action 1 is focused on getting your house in order. Basic business things that companies can do to take a look at lowering their carbon. Things like travel, energy use, stuff like that. Action 2 is around production. So a creative agency and executive producers would be focused on Action 2 around production and producing work more sustainably. Action 3 is focused on media. Technology, data, anybody that contributes to the media ecosystem, and let's face it, media can be somewhat confusing and it can be kind of complex. So our role is to bring folks together to make progress in the media action. Action 4 is events, activation, and awards. Think of things like, here's a great example, the Cannes Festival. The Cannes Lions has incorporated as a criteria for all entries a section on sustainability. What carbon neutral or carbon reduction practices went into this piece of work, this body of work, this media plan? That is a requirement now, thanks to the folks at the Cannes Lions working closely with us. And Action 5 is what can we do from a behavior change standpoint to do advertising differently and more carbon sustainable. And that's only possible if we make inroads on some of the earlier actions that I mentioned before.
Ozzy, how does accountability fit into it? Like, how do you sort of audit or understand the best practices are actually used and the results that they bring?
That's a great question. So accountability is key. One of the things we've learned is that, our role is not to enforce. We're only going to be as good as the collective. So really, this is kind of a two-way street. We're looking for our members to step up and work with us to set their own measurement for progress. So we work with all of our members to make sure that they have a plan that they can deliver against, and we do ask our members to stretch. We're not going to make the progress if everybody plays it safe, but we are going to ask our members to really engage. We ask them to have a seat in either the media working group, the production working group, or other working groups that we have, and these groups are where the action is going to take place and the progress is going to be made.